outgoing and incoming officers and members of the Cebu Magino Lions Club, Cebu Hamili Lions Club, Talisay Sapphire Lions Club, and Cebu Labuyo Leo Lions Club. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It is an honor and deep gratitude to stand here before you as your guest speaker. This joint induction within a meal is a concrete manifestation of our being a community. Though we come from different backgrounds and career, but we have one in common, that is to serve. Precisely that makes a community. The presence of each one is the reason for this fellowship. It is not the presence of any single individual that creates a fellowship, but the presence of all. Fellowship is built up when every member has something to contribute. I am assigned in San Roque Parish in Balili, Cebu City. It has a population of about 30,000 people, mostly lived below poverty line. In my first month as a parish priest, I happened to meet a child. Let's call her Paya. I asked her how old she is, but Paya only smiled. Why? Precisely because she does not know her age. She doesn't even know her birthday. She comes from a family who has 12 other siblings. And so I visited her family, and when I asked her mother how old her daughter is, she also smiled because she herself does not know the birthday of her daughter. All of their children do not go to school. All of the 12 children do not go to school since her husband is only a tricycle driver. As a mother, she feeds her babies only with hot water in the morning and bring all of the children to eat tuslog buwa for lunch, tuslog buwa for dinner. What do we expect? As members of this venerable club, I know you can do a lot to the light and the plight of the poor. The church and your club are all collaborators in this endeavor. You know by heart the motto, to serve. There are three things I want to share with you. First, to serve is to find joy. Your service is not a duty. Your service is not a work that you need to do. Rather, service is first and foremost your vocation. It is your response to God's personal love to other people. It is because you have received God's love. It is because you have received God's blessing that now you also learn to share. The challenge is to discover the joy and happiness of being loved by God, and in turn, we become cheerful in serving other people. Second, to serve is to sacrifice. Often, being a club member, being a lion, parting with one's hard-earned money is one of the pains of service. Not only money, but even you gave up your resources for other people. Others, giving up sleep and even the leisure of rest day on weekends so that you could volunteer to serve. You even sacrifice walking to the mountains, barangays, just to bring your donations and conduct medical and dental missions. Isn't that sacrifice? The measure of true service is measured by the amount of sacrifice we give. However, the deeper the sacrifice, the more joy and fulfillment we have. In serving, there are times that your service is not appreciated. Your efforts to help are rewarded with even indifference, and the sweat and tears you shed give others reason to mock or laugh at you. At times, You have to give even the little savings and never receive acknowledgement for that. Sometimes you give up your time and your personal interest just to respond to the needs of the club, and no one ever take notice. If you have no heart to serve, you could have immediately run away. Thank God you are still here. Third, to serve is to receive. To serve involves giving. Giving is connected to receiving. As lions, what do we receive when in fact we have been giving? We not only receive thank yous, we do not only receive plaque of appreciation from our beneficiaries, but the beauty of life in spite of being poor. Today, the world sees things in terms of material goods, where happiness is measured by the standard of physical beauty, material prosperity, sensual pleasures, and personal popularity. Indeed, when we go to the slum areas, what do we see? Ugliness, misery, poverty, ill repute, and sickness. Using the standard of this world, we ask, how can the poor give us something? I do not wish to romanticize the condition of the poor, but allow me to borrow the words of the bishops. No one is so poor so as not able to give. No one is so rich so as not able to receive. The recognition of our giftedness to serve on the one hand, and the acknowledgement of our need on the other hand. Hence, when we go to the less privileged, we do not think that we are simply giving. Worse, we see them as background for our selfie. Rather, we are also receiving. When we teach them, they also teach us. The poor teach us the simplicity of life, the joy of being contented. Going back to Paya, the child that I shared to you, today, she now eats 3 times a day and learns to read and write because of our parish program for the street children. And I thank the members of the clubs that visited my parish, who gave food, school supplies, and even financial assistance. And lastly, ladies and gentlemen, to serve is to find joy. To serve is to sacrifice. And to serve is to receive. Aren't these the heart of a lion? A lion finds joy in serving his cubs and even the rest of the animal kingdom. A lion sacrifices himself to protect his beloved. A lion receives respect from the rest. At the 1919 Lions Club Convention in Denver, Colorado, Halstead Ritter said, "The name Lions stands not only for fraternity, good fellowship, strength of character, but above all, its combination of LIONS, liberty, intelligence, our nation's safety." Congratulations and good evening.